Hey y'all, happy Thanksgiving. I thought today we'd try a new place. Nice change of scenery. Today, like the title said, we're going to be doing the history of Thanksgiving. Something new. I thought it's appropriate for season. Well then, let's get into it. Alrighty, y'all. Quick announcement before we get into that. Please, y'all, if there's anything you see that you would like to purchase, don't hesitate to leave us an email. Alright? Trying to get a new pair of boots. I've been out lately. However, it'd be really nice if y'all place orders. If you want to see the things we built, go check out our shorts. Anyways, let's get on with the video. Alright, y'all. History of Thanksgiving. All of our information is coming directly from National Geographic. It'd be awesome if you guys went and gave them a check. We get a lot of information from them because they have a lot of great stuff. Let's get on to it. Every fourth Thursday of November, Americans gather around tables covered with turkeys, potatoes, cranberries, stuffing, and more. Over the feast, they share what they're most thankful for from the previous years. Some also celebrate the day by watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, football game, or even running a 5K race. I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to be watching football, playing with my siblings, and eating turkey. That's not how Thanksgiving has always been celebrated. The holiday has been tradition behind it has evolved from a much mythological 1621 harvest feast shared by pilgrims in Wampanoag to the post-Civil War era, patriotic and religious gatherings to the modern-day holiday focused on gathering food and spending time with family. I'm sure y'all have heard the story of the Mayflower. If not, we'll go over that some other time. Historians alone consider the first Thanksgiving to have taken place in 1621 when the Mayflower Pilgrims who founded the Plymouth colony in Massachusetts sat down for a 3-day meal with the Wampanoags. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I ain't good stuff like that. I ain't good at pronouncing stuff. However, the meal wasn't the meaningful symbol of peace it was always later betrayed to be. Rather, it was likely just a routine English harvest celebration. In 1841, Boston publisher Alexander Young printed a book containing a letter by Pilgrim's Edward Winson, which described the feast. Our harvest began gotten in, our governor sent for man on following, that so we might, after a more special manner, rejoice together. There were many of the Indians coming amongst us, and amongst the rest their greatest king, Messiance. Again, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. With some 90 men whom for 3 days were entertained and feasted. Winslow didn't describe the feast as Thanksgiving, which at the time was considered a period of prayerful fasting. But when Young published the letter, he dubbed the meal the first Thanksgiving. In a footnote, the name stuck. Before, the reason for the first feast was not a happy one, and the relationship between the Pilgrims and the Wampanoags was fraught. When the Pilgrims first arrived in 1620, they were unpretended and had little food, so they robbed corn from Native Americans' graves and storehouses. In November 1621, the Wampanoags heard the Pilgrims shooting off guns, which historians believed worried the Wampanoags that war was underway. King Messiant I can't pronounce that, y'all, I'm sorry. Sent 90 men to investigate before realizing the Pilgrims were mid-celebrating. The Wampanoags then hunted deer meat and joined the festivities. The newfound peace between the Pilgrims and the Wampanoags was driven largely by tribes and trade rivalries, according to Anne McMullen. Contraire, the National Museum of the American Indians, who said the Wampanoags realized an alliance with the Pilgrims could fortify their strength. But food historian Sarah Westberg Johnson said the peace didn't last long. By 1637, the entente between the Pilgrims and the Wampanoags had disintegrated. The Pilgrims started a decade-long war with the indigenous neighbors. Ultimately, the colonists massacred the local tribes, including the Wampanoags. How Thanksgiving became a modern holiday. Sorry, y'all. My allergies are acting up crazy today. Over the years, the word Thanksgiving has changed in meaning, originally an English tradition. Day of Thanksgiving typically were marked by religious services to give thanks to God or to celebrate a bountiful harvest. The first record religious Thanksgiving Day in Plymouth took place full 2 years after 1621 feast, so 1623. It celebrated the end of the 2-month drought, according to 1621, a new look at Thanksgiving. Later, Thanksgiving celebrated military victories over Native Americans. At the time, Thanksgiving Day was usually declared by the governors or priest George Washington, frequently declared days of Thanksgiving during his tenure as general of the Continental Army. Once he became president, Washington proclaimed the first National Day of Thanksgiving in 1789. But many subsequent presidents ignored the tradition until President Abraham Lincoln again established Thanksgiving as a national holiday during the Civil War, cementing the feast as an American tradition. Johnson says the declaration marked the switch from random feast day, some marking the full harvest, to a national holiday. Lincoln was particularly convinced by Sarah Johnson Haley, editor of the magazine Goody's Lady Book, who wrote a letter campaigning for an annual Thanksgiving holiday. He was also looking for a way to gloss over the schisms created by the Civil War and homages in American identity. Johnson says the holiday wasn't celebrated universally, particularly not in the southern states that saw it as a Yankee holiday. After the Civil War, however, the holiday became imbued with nostalgia for mythological founding of America at Plymouth Rock. The true story of the Pilgrims and Native Americans was not widely recorded or even escapable. So stories of beloved Pilgrims conquering and founding the country were being passed off as history, Johnson says. Indeed, much of the 19th century artwork and reenactments of the first Thanksgiving depicted as the Native Americans as savages with woven blankets and large feathers and headdresses based off tribes from other regions. They also changed the typical dress of pilgrims to depict their religious intents and bravery. Alright, y'all. Hope you learned something today. We'll leave the link to the website down below. Like I said, thanks National Geographic, because they have a lot of great stuff. That's all. Have a good Thanksgiving, y'all. Hope y'all have a great day. Go spend some time with your families, because no one deserves to be alone on this holiday. God bless you all. See you Sunday for the start of our exit out of Egypt with the book of Exodus. See y'all then.